Alright, what's going on, guys? Larry here. Getting ready for Sahur, the pre-fast meal, but want to come on and talk to you guys about something. First of all, I want to tell you guys to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Finally broke 700 subscribers, so now we're on the march to 750. So there we go. We're going to incrementally increase over time. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you're getting something out of the content. Ramadan's going well. I don't really count the days or anything like that. I don't know how long I'm in, to be honest with you. It's just that I think I am about a weekend. Tomorrow will be a weekend. And tonight, which is Sunday night, I will start training again. I tried to train last Wednesday. It didn't go very well, so I just took the entire week off. I feel great. I feel rested. And now I'm going to get back to it, but not with no heavy weight or grinding or anything like that. So with that being said, we're going to get into today's subject content. I know everyone talks about summer body, right? I think that's really a big thing, right? You know, you've heard the saying that summer bodies are made in the winter, but also on that same token, a lot of you guys didn't do a lot of the requisite stuff, or you just didn't go to the gym at all. So this is kind of a call to action right now. We are less than 100 days to summer, literally less than 100 days to summer. And really, with that being said, we're coming up on 90, and 90 is around about 3 months, right? Figure out 30 days per month at this point, because I think some of the shorter days for the year are almost done, or shorter months for the year are almost done. With that being said, you really don't have 90 days. You kind of have 60, right? Because if you're trying to build a true summer body, you're going up against a couple of different things. One, you have not been eating, resting, or doing anything properly, and you have not been eating properly, right? So we need a month to establish something that looks like a routine, and then we need another 2 months to just kind of really get you into some good shape, really drop you down, or not even drop you down, just get you better than what you were before. So here's some advice, here's some tips, and I'll be dropping some workouts going along the way, because I have to drop some weight to get my body primed for hopefully another run at a contest season next year. I do carry a little bit of fat around my waist. Hey, not afraid to admit it. I'm 43 years old. It is what it is. But on that same token, let's try to work to get some of this weight off of us, right? And like I said, me included. So a couple of things. So I'm going by the time frame of the summer solstice, which is June 20th. Okay, that is the longest day of the year, and you probably are going to be outside. I think that's a Thursday. You're probably going to want to be outside. After the summer solstice, we lose a minute each day up until the next daylight savings time in the fall. Now, a couple of key points about what you want to get in tune with now, like literally right now. You need to address your stress management. You need to address your rest. You need to address your training intensity. But firstly, you need to address your nutrition. You are more than likely under eating according to your activity. If you're not doing any activity, then we have to get you to a point where you're eating enough to sustain said activity, and then you eat slightly below your activity level so you could drop some weight. I mean, it's a lot of number crunching. It's literally a lot of number crunching. And I'm not going to get into specifics or anything like that. Just a very broad overview of what you should do. But those are the key areas that you need to think about when you're trying to get in shape for the summer. You basically need a 4-week bulk up phase, kind of. And this is just in rudimentary terms. I mean, there's a million different ways it could go. If you're already obese, you don't need this, but what we do need is that you have to Just slightly, you have to start slightly under eating, but with different types of foods. But that's even questionable. In fact, it's very questionable. So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. If you are obese, you are going to have to, you're gonna have to start eating good food. Like, that's just the bottom line. You're just gonna have to start eating good food. I realize that junk food is addictive, but also at the same time, it's kind of also a choice. So let's exercise, at least exercise that choice a little less than what you normally would. All right? Especially if you're trying to achieve some resemblance of a summer body. Okay, training, moderate to high volume. The low volume stuff is done. Like, that's over. You're gonna have to use heavy weight, as heavy as you can go. You're gonna have to do it for repeated bouts, and you're gonna have to do it over and over and over again. That's just the long and short of it. It is what it is. I'm sorry, but you're not going to get in shape fast with just doing 2 working sets. You're gonna have to get under that bar again. You're gonna have to pick up that dumbbell again. You're gonna have to pick up that cable handle and do those reps again. Now, I've become a fan of doing less reps, but also doing more sets. So where in the past I would try to hit, and that's basically because of wear and tear, but it's something that I'm passing on to a lot of people. So whereas I would do 4 sets of 10 to 12, I'll probably do 6 sets of 8 these days. And I'm not really approaching failure, right? I'm getting close to, but I'm not getting there, mainly because I train alone. So if you train alone, that's something that you want to think about too. Don't be afraid to do more volume. Your movements will be limited, because when I say high volume, I mean around about 15 to 20 sets. A lot of people won't get up to that 20 set range. You'll probably barely get to that 15 set range. But around about 15 to 20 is what I mean for high volume. For moderate, 12 to 15. Okay? So please keep in mind that you at least want to try to hit that moderate range for sets as far as body parts go. And that's for all body parts. Okay? So I'm talking 14 sets for hamstrings. I'm talking, how many ever sets for quadriceps. If you're going to do a 20 set leg workout, 10 sets for quads, 10 sets for hamstrings, and then maybe 5 sets for calves. So you're looking at around about 25 sets on the high end for legs. All right. Free weights and machine movements. Again, you got to get under that barbell again. Those dumbbells got to get picked up over and over. They got to be lifted hard. They got to be lifted fast. And they have to be lifted with as much effort as you can put into it. This is not, all of this advice I'm giving you is not for anybody that's going to pick up a 20-pound dumbbell. It's not. You're going to have to push yourself. If you're too weak to pick up a 20-pound dumbbell, then get on a machine and just do reps until it feels like your arms are going to explode. And do sets until it feels like your arms are going to explode. Go home, rest, do it again a day later, after a day of rest, right? The program that you probably should use, at least in my opinion, is Pitbull, right? I'll be using a modified version of it just because when I wrote it, I wasn't as beat up as I was about 6 years ago. So please understand that training programs are just kind of like roadmaps. You're welcome to take a different direction, but they're just an overall roadmap, and you can adjust them as you see fit, and I will adjust my own program as I see fit. So I'll be profiling that, but those are some things that you want to think about when you're putting together or when you're using the routine. Moderate to high volume, free weight machine movements, high work density. That means low rest, guys. Low rest between sets. No checking your phone, no scrolling Instagram, put it on Do Not Disturb, get to work. It can wait. It literally can wait. Progression across sessions. All right, this is going to be hard with moderate to high volume because you're basically using volume to push you into a higher level of physique development, fat loss, what have you. So that's going to be much harder to do. And it's going to take a tremendous toll on your recovery system if you do try to do that. Now, here's something that I want you to think about though. Try to progress in some way, whether it's in form, whether it's in weight, whether it's in exercise intensity. You know if you need that 4th or 5th set or not. You know it. If you are winded after 2, after 3, then you don't have to do that 4th or 5th. Now, I would argue that 4th or 5th is what's going to push you to where you need to go. That 4th or 5th is going to probably make you uncomfortable enough to where your body has to adapt. But please keep in mind that if you're winded and you ain't got no more for that exercise, you can shut it down after 2, you can shut it down after 3. It is what it is. Your body's a little, everyone's body isn't different. We're pretty much the same ligaments, bone structure, type A, type B, fibers. Our difference is our resilience to training, our genetic makeup, our reproductive system, but we're made up of all the same things, of muscles, tendons, all that. We just operate a little bit differently, and our recovery system is a little bit different, right? Some people are more sensitive to repeated bouts of training, some people are not. It's like hammering a messed up nail in a piece of wood. You just gotta kind of keep doing it because you can't replace the nail. You gotta find other ways to straighten out the nail and press it in the wood. So there you go. Now, nutrition. Moderate to high protein, because some people literally can't take high protein, and that's lean proteins, lean ground beef, lean steak, white fish, chicken breast. And you can use, this is not a contest prep. You can use any type of seasoning you want, as long as it ain't loaded down with a lot of sugar. Some of these seasonings are, and even if they are, just use them sparingly and make the base of your seasonings powders, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, seasoned salt, stuff like that. You know, spiceology. There's no reason why we should be going off of our diets unless we're just addicted to food. So keep that in mind as well when you're going through this little training phase. I'm trying to help you all out with. Carb cycle, meaning that you'll have low days, medium days, and high days. You will probably stick in the medium to low for the simple fact that you don't have a whole lot of time to operate with going into what is going to be these last 90 days before summer. Fruits and veggies, I'm not too much of a jerk. I don't believe in cutting out food groups totally. So, you know, have a little bit of fruit with your breakfast. Have some pineapple, helps with digestion. Blueberries, full of antioxidants. Your melons, those will help with hydration. So don't eat a ton of them where it can give you gas or it can spike your blood sugar. Same for vegetables, those can make you extra gassy. And also don't throw a pound of butter on them. Throw on some salt, a little bit of seasoned salt, keep it pushing. All right? Supplements. Start out at a basic multivitamin. Start out at a basic multivitamin. B vitamins, they provide energy blocks. Creatine, regular creatine monohydrate, but it'll give me that puffy look. Well, that's fine. You can cut it out 2 weeks before the summer comes and then you'll look fine. You want that puffiness leading all the way up. Again, we're not getting ready for a bodybuilding show. We're just trying to build a summer body. The emphasis has to be on performance. You have to maintain that set volume. And then you can pull out the creatine and then, you know, see how you look. Essential amino acids in a carb powder. I've been using Synthogen by Morphogen Nutrition, and I have also been using Glycoload by Evogen Nutrition. So I mix those two together to give me not energy, but to not have me be inside of a hole so deep while I'm training. So with that being said, get your intra-workout powders. Get a premix intra-workout powder. Leg Day by NutriBio is an excellent one. All you need is 1 scoop. work out real hard, drink, work out real hard, drink, one drink in between your sets. And when it's done, you know, just hook it up with some water, call it good. I like to drink them out of a big container because I know my training sessions can get a little bit long. Usually Pitbull training sessions last about an hour, hour 15, hour and a half. Again, you gotta adjust it. And then, you know, you can gauge if you needed a second scoop or not. So there we go. And then a protein powder. Whey protein isolate is gonna be your friend during a phase like this. If you're sensitive to protein or anything like that, even use vegan protein, something that won't upset your stomach, because you're going to be drinking a lot of these. It's hard to get in the required amount of protein that you need during the day, so the protein shakes are going to be of absolute importance. So with the way that you set your nutrition up, you could be using 2 to 3 shakes a day. It is what it is. But you're also eating 3 to 4 times a day. So that's a lot of food, and sometimes you're not going to be hungry, but you should always be in a mood to drink. So that is a down and dirty guide into what you probably should do to get to where you want to be for the summer. So again, take it or leave it. This is what it is at this point, because now we're getting into I need to get in shape fast. Obviously, you want to build sustainable habits. If it is too much for you, back up, reset, and focus on the sustainable habits that you need to feel good. And maybe summer may not be your marking point. Maybe it's Labor Day. Maybe it's the end of the year. But use some of these tips that I just gave you, and you'll be able to get to that point. So, till then, I'm going to get something to eat. Got to break my fast around about 6 o'clock. That's in about 40 minutes. And that's it. So, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll be bringing more of these basement sessions, and I hope you're getting out of them. Until then, y'all have a great one. Have a happy Sunday.